What up, what up, what up? It's your boy D back at you with another video. And the first thing I want to say in this wonderful new year, Happy New Year. We are now in 2025. Happy New Year from me to you, from your boy. So, without further ado, we are going to get into what we're here to talk about. Is the card of the very first debut Raw on Netflix. I'm excited for the show. I know y'all got to be excited for the show. So we are here. We're going to talk about the card. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so what I believe will probably open the show is tribal combat between Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa for the Ulafala. I think this is going to be... I think it's going to be a very solid match. Bottom line, I do believe Roman Reigns will regain his Ulafala. And Roman Reigns will officially become the only tribal chief. Now, shout out to Solo Sikoa. I think Solo Sikoa has done a great job. I think he's done a fantastic job as a tribal chief. This new character of Solo Sikoa has worked very well. And now we may be asking, what does Solo do next? My question with that is, does Solo go back? Does Solo go back to being the street champ that he was in NXT? And a lot of people seem to like Solo when he was in NXT. Could we see a reunion of that? Could we see an updated version of the street champ? And I mean, shit, you look at the Tonga twins, you look at Jacob Fatu, they fit that mold very well. It could be something special. I think it could work. I'm not going to lie to you. I genuinely think if that's what the move is and that's what you're going to do, I think I would genuinely like that. But at the end of the day, I do believe Roman Reigns will regain his Ulafala. And then at the end of the match, you'll see Roman Reigns slowly put the one up, and then you will hear that loud, iconic, and emphatic, "If you smell what The Rock is cooking." I do see The Rock coming out at the end of Tribal Combat. And The Rock just looking at Solo, looking at Roman. And what if on the very first Raw on Netflix, the debut, what if that's where they kicked off The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 41? What if The Rock bottomed Roman Reigns? That would be crazy. What if? Because now that makes me think I might have to change who I have winning. What if The Rock screws Roman Reigns out of Tribal Combat? And what if Solo beats Roman Reigns on the premiere of Netflix? And The Rock says, I have no interest of being the tribal chief because I'm above the tribal chief. What if he did go by the High Chief, like High Chief Peter Maivia? What if The Rock did that? That would be something special. That would be something spicy, and that would be something a lot of us wouldn't see coming. That's something I would definitely like. But if you had to ask me right now, I'm going with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, getting the W. Next matchup is the WWE Women's World Champions. Last woman standing match between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. I think this match is going to be a banger. I think it's going to be fire. At the end of the day, I do have Liv Morgan retaining the title. And I know people are probably going to look at me like I'm nuts when I say that. I think it's a bigger deal if Rhea Ripley's in the Royal Rumble versus if she's champion. Because, and the reason why I say that is because how dope would it be if Liv Morgan wins and she's celebrating that she just beat Rhea Ripley again? And then all you hear is, oh, and you just see that shocked face of Liv, and then Michael Cole's going crazy, and he's like, "We haven't seen Becky in months." And Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's been going around saying that she's retired Becky Lynch. That's all she keeps saying and keeps saying. So what if the man, Becky Lynch, makes her return on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix? That'll be a big pop. And then at the end of the day, on top of that, that adds more into what we're going to see at the Royal Rumble. That adds more excitement. And we still got Saturday Night's Main Event that we didn't even get to yet. It just adds more excitement to the show. So I'm going to pick Liv Morgan to win. But I'm also going to predict a Becky Lynch return, and that's just going to set the crowd on fire. Next thing on my list, we have Drew McIntyre versus Yeet main event Jey Uso. I got Drew McIntyre winning this match. Just the way Drew McIntyre, this run he's been on for the last year and a half, has been absolutely godly, and I don't understand how you could not enjoy the work that Drew McIntyre has been doing. Bottom line, period. It has been nothing but gold since Drew McIntyre has stepped foot back in the WWE. Bottom line. Now, with that being said, this has nothing to do with Jey Uso. I genuinely do think when Netflix sees Jey Uso's entrance on this episode of Raw, and when you see everybody in that bitch going like this, I do believe, my prediction is by the end of the year, Jey Uso is going to be an even bigger star by the end of this. And hell, and if we're really being honest, by the end of 2025, Jey Uso might be World Heavyweight Champion. I promise you, he's going to be the most over from like these new fans that are going to come from Raw being on Netflix. I just have that feeling. Jey has the drip. He has the swag. He has the mic skills. Jey is cool. I see it coming. I just see it. I can see them really, like, this is going to be like that moment on Netflix where the Netflix executives that are going to be like monitoring the show and shit, they're going to be like, who the fuck is this? And how do we put a belt on him? Because Jey Uso 1000% has that drip, that glow, and he's about to continue as his pops with the crowds get bigger and bigger and bigger. You're going to slowly see Jey become a superstar, a well-known superstar outside of the WWE. That's my prediction. Next, we're going to talk about is John Cena's retirement tour begins. When we hear that John Cena theme song and he comes out, that crowd's going to be hot. And as Cena talks about his 2025 and what he wants from it, it's going to be a great speech. But I do think but where we start with this John Cena retirement tour is with Logan Paul. I do think Logan Paul is going to come out and spoil John Cena's speech, because Logan Paul's supposed to return too. And we all know Logan Paul wants to fight John Cena. And I can very much see the start of John Cena's 2025 retirement tour. I could see it being with Logan Paul. And I don't think anybody would be mad if it starts with Logan Paul. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think we'd be pissed off if it ended with Logan Paul. And if it's him versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania, maybe. I don't know about that. But it would be dope. I would be for it. I would be all for it, if we're being honest. So I do have I'm excited to see John Cena, of course. But I do have Logan Paul interrupting John Cena. And I just think that promo battle is going to cook. So that's that. Now, next and last, we have the match of the night. The match everybody wants to see. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. I genuinely do believe, after everything has been said, all the hate has been shown, I genuinely do believe CM Punk is going to win this match. And I think it's a great thing for him to win this match, because I think that's going to be what drives Seth Rollins through the roof, and that's what's going to create a new dynamic to Seth Rollins' character. Because now, if CM Punk beats Seth, CM Punk can go around and tell Seth, "You'll always be my number 2. You're always little brother to me. You just can't beat me. You're just not good enough." That right there can move mountains. That right there would be something different. That right there would be something special. That promo battle they had on Monday Night Raw, on the last Monday Night Raw on the USA Network, that was something special. That was something very special. I loved every moment of that. So I am so hyped and I am so excited to see where we go from here with this match and how it goes. But if you ask me, who would I have winning this match? CM Punk. I have CM Punk defeating Seth Rollins in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And I do believe at the end of the match, Seth Rollins will officially turn heel. That is how I am ending this beautiful Raw on Netflix debut. We are only a few days away. I am so excited. I know you guys are. So I just want to say before I go, Happy New Year again. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We got big goals coming for 2025. We're going to keep with the content. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Forever gang. And until forever finds you.